All right, today I have to hold it together because I've read it so many times it'll fall apart if I don't hold it together. The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, written by Gary Keller. And it's interesting. I'm walking that slippery slope right now. It's interesting that a lot of people would assume that since I am no longer with Keller Williams, that I would abandon this book and the farthest. Absolutely not true. I think it's one of the best books written on real estate. It is the best blueprint for success if you want to build a successful real estate business. And I've told you guys unapologetically that I'm in a position in my life where it doesn't really matter to me what brokerage we're talking about. My focus is you guys. What's best for the real estate agents, and that's what I'm going to continue to bring to you. What's best for you. So here we go. I'm on page 38 for those of you who want to follow along at home. And if you don't have a copy of this book, please get a copy because I teach from this a lot. And we're going to talk about natural ability and achievement ceilings. People tend to predict success based largely on a person's natural abilities. One of my favorite conversations Zig Ziglar used to have is when somebody would ask him, is there such a thing as a natural born salesperson? His response was, I never met one that wasn't born. So you'll get that later. Are some people better at sales than others based on natural ability? The answer is yes, they are. We all have natural ceilings of achievement. Two Beths both have their camera on. It must be something about the amazing name Beth that causes two of my Beths to have their camera on. All right. So you have natural ceilings of achievement. Cool. Now, what does that mean? Well, let me continue reading and let's see what Gary has to say on this. This can truly be problematic no matter where you see yourself in the spectrum. So he's starting out with a conversation about natural ceilings of achievement. And the first thing that he's pointing out is it can be problematic no matter where you see yourself on the spectrum. Lots of natural ability can lead to overconfidence. Especially if you got started in the real estate business in an up market. As sales are increasing, you got in the market at the right time. Good for you. Sales are increasing. The market's hot. People are calling you. They want to buy. They want to sell. You're selling real estate. And you're like, wow, I've got this. This is pretty cool. Loving real estate. And then all of a sudden, things start to slow down. Now what? Lots of natural ability can lead to overconfidence. Likewise, lack of natural ability contributes to low confidence. So much so that many never even attempt tasks that appear to be outside their realm of their natural abilities. Am I talking to you? Maybe. The truth about ability is that it is neither set nor predetermined. So there's good news. If you have lots of natural ability, good for you. However, don't let it be a danger point in causing you to think that you can succeed on ability alone, because it's not true. And if you don't have lots of natural ability, don't let it be a discouragement for you that you're not going to make it in this industry because you don't have a lot of natural ability. It's neither predetermined nor set. Natural ability can take us only so far. No matter how gifted we may be, each of us will eventually hit our own ceiling of achievement. There is no if to the assertion, just a when. So the most important achievement question you may ever have to ask yourself becomes, when I hit that ceiling of achievement, whether it is low or high, how will I break through? All right, so let's stop and just have a conversation on this. We talked about models yesterday, and Beth Chadler asked a really good question that I thought about throughout the day yesterday. Give me an example. Okay, here's an example. So the lead generation model. The lead generation model that I teach, the lead generation model that's in the Millionaire Real Estate Agent, is you make a contact, you're talking to a for sale by owner, expired listings, your circle prospect, and you have a lead come in. You actually speak to somebody. That's a contact. The next step in the lead generation model is to connect. In other words, Lonnie, where are you calling me from? What property are you calling on? Oh, wow, 123 Main Street. Everybody's calling on that property. So where are you moving from? What's important to you about moving to? How soon would you like to be there? I'm connecting, okay? Versus, hello, this is John Dietz, want to meet? That's going straight for the appointment. It doesn't work, okay? Richard Tomasini would be proud of me because I'll give you a dating comparison. So you ask somebody out, they say, yes, cool. Hey, by the way, let's skip the date and just go get married. You cool with that? That's not going to work. You've got to connect. Okay, so you speak to somebody, it's a contact, then you connect. The next step in the lead generation model is convert to an appointment. So let's go back to that buyer call. That buyer says they're looking for more information on 123 Main Street. You connect with them. The next step is to close for an appointment. So Beth, I'm a little bit different than most real estate agents. I work as a buyer's agent. Have you ever worked with a buyer's agent? Most people are going to go, what's that? So a buyer's agent works exclusively for the buyer, not the seller. And my job as a buyer's agent is to find the right properties for you that fit your needs and exceed your expectations. Now, in order to do that, we need to meet. I'm closing for an appointment. And I'd love to meet with you tomorrow, or would Thursday be better? If we were to meet, what time of day works best for you? Early afternoons, late afternoons, evenings, or weekends? Now, what do most buyers are going to say? They're send me a list of properties. I get it. And most real estate agents would be more than glad to do that. But again, I'm a little bit different than most real estate agents. I want to meet with you. It'll only take maybe 20 or 30 minutes so that I can learn exactly what you're looking for. And then I'll become your personal shopper and I'll find the right property for you based on your goals and your expectations. So when I am showing you properties, I'm only going to show you the right properties, not the wrong properties. And after all, wouldn't you rather spend 30 minutes with me in a consultation and save hours and hours and hours and hours of looking at the wrong properties? Buyer says, yeah, that makes sense. Let's meet. So you convert to an appointment, or if they're not ready, you know, John, I was just looking for research. I'm not really in the market to buy a home for maybe 6 months from now. Okay, so where do they go? They go to the nurture portion of the lead generation model. So it goes from contact to connect to close for an appointment, or if they're not ready to close for an appointment, they move to nurture. And when they're ready, you convert to an appointment. All right, so Beth, that's a lead generation model. The example of not working from a model is getting your real estate license, going to work in real estate, and start with creativity. In other words, how can I get appointments? How can I find buyers and sellers? What am I going to do? What are all of the different options that are available out there? And some of them work. And then we have high ceilings of achievement and we experience success. And because we experience success, we don't think we need a model until we do. And you'll hear real estate agents say it's time to get back to the basics. You might have heard yourself say it's time to get back to the basics. And one of my favorite responses to it's time to get back to the basics is, why did you ever leave? Who told you to stop? It's time for all of us to get back to the basics. And when I hit that ceiling, a way for me to break through that ceiling is to slow down in order to speed up. Please write that down. It's to slow down in order to speed up. It's to work with a coach who's going to help you break through that ceiling by identifying your blind spots. We all have blind spots. Trust me, I do, you do, we all do. And a good coach is going to work with you to see those blind spots, and they're going to say, okay, here's what I see, and this is what I recommend. We're going to create a path in order for you to get from here to here. In other words, we're going to create a path, we're going to create a way forward. It's the GROW model in our coaching model. So GROW, G-R-O-W, down the left side of the sheet of paper. G is grow, R is reality, G is goal. R is reality, goal, where do you want to be 12 months from now? 3 months later, reality, where are you? What are you tracking? Are you on track to achieve your goals? If you're not, what's the gap? O is the obstacles. What's standing between you and your goals? And then W is the way forward. So the coach identifies your blind spots, your obstacles, and prescribes a plan in order to move you closer to your goal, in order to break through that ceiling of achievement. Now, here's the other option. Live below that line for the rest of your real estate career. In other words, don't change. Hope. And hope is not a strategy. And I talk to real estate agents all the time. And one of my questions that I'll ask them is, where do you want to be? And they'll say, this is where I want to be. Okay, how does that compare to how you did last year? Well, it's double, it's triple. Okay, what's your plan? Well, what do you mean? Well, what's your plan in order to get where you want to go? Well, I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing. Okay, write this down. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. In order to get to better, you have to get to different. Now, Beth A, great example. Beth A and I have spoken for, I don't know, a couple months. And she's been in real estate for a while. And she's experienced success, but she's hit a ceiling of achievement. In those conversations that I've had with her, she realized, and this is a shout out, okay? I am shouting out to you, Beth, because I am super proud of you for recognizing, in order for me to get where I want to go, I have to change. In order for me to get what I want to get, I have to make a change in where I'm at. Otherwise, I'm going to be the same place a year from now than I am today, and I'm not okay with being in the same place I am today a year from now. All right, so I'm going to go back and just share the bullet points with you, and then I'm going to ask you to share with me. People tend to predict success based largely on a person's natural abilities. This can be truly problematic no matter where you are, where you see yourself in the spectrum. Lots of natural ability can lead to overconfidence. Likewise, lack of natural ability contributes to low confidence. All right, here's the bottom line, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Bottom line is, no matter where you are on that ceiling of achievement, lots of ability, lots of natural ability, where you go is completely up to you. If you're willing to do what it takes to get where you want to go. In other words, are you willing to be uncomfortable in order to get where you want to be? Or are you happy? Are you comfortable? Happy and comfortable lead to a life of mediocrity. Now, if mediocrity is your goal, keep doing it. You're on the way. If mastery is your goal, then watch this video over again and ask yourself, what do I need to change? What in my life do I need to change? What in my business life do I need to change in order to get where I want to go? And I want you to remember that your ability, your natural ability, your lack of natural ability has absolutely nothing to do with where you go. Anybody can, not everybody will. All right, talk to me.